Okie dokie, thank you for joining me this morning. Today, what we will be doing is examining what are known as plural nouns. Now, if you're not familiar, whenever you have a plural or a plurality of something, it refers to having more than one of that thing, whatever it happens to be. We have two different types of plural nouns, some of which we are more familiar with, in which we add an S or in some instances an ES, depending on the ending of the noun. And to these, we refer to them as plural nouns in the regular sense. So they indicate, like I mentioned before, more than one person, place, or thing. Regular plurals are formed, like I said, by adding either an S or an ES to a singular noun in order to make it a plural noun. Now, with irregular plurals, this is where you are changing the spelling of the word, much in the same way as you would change an irregular verb. You change the entire spelling to fit the new meaning or tense. In this case, you will change, like I mentioned, the spelling of the word to indicate a plurality. As an example, we have child as singular and children being plural. You have a foot, as in I'm pointing to my foot, or on the ground at least. And if you have 2 feet, which I hope you do, it would be plural, which is F-E-E-T. Okay, now, unfortunately, I wish there was a standard rule with which to determine which words you can append an S or an ES to as a suffix. However, this is really something that you will need to memorize as you continue with your language journey. And you'll become more familiar with it through reading. I encourage you to do so, or even looking at captions and videos if you happen to watch them in English. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at these 5 singular nouns, and we're going to try our best to convert them into their plural noun form. We're not sure at the beginning whether or not they're irregular or regular nouns, in the sense that we may have to either change the spelling of this word, or we can, like I mentioned, add a very simple suffix to the end. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, the first word is box. Singular. If I have more than one box, I don't have B-O-X-S, I have B-O-X-E-S. Traditionally, you would add an E-S if the consonant happens to be an X at the end of the word. So I have boxes. Child, like the example given here, I know it is irregular, therefore I will need to change the spelling. So if I have the singular child, I now have children, spelled C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N. Okay. Cat, love cats. But cat is singular. I'd like to have more than one since I love them so much. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and just add the suffix S. C-A-T-S. Simple. For foot, as in the example of our irregular plurals, I know I will need to change the spelling. I can't just add a suffix to the end of it. So for this, it would be F-E-E-T, as you see here. And then city, you'll notice it does end with a Y. And in English, if you're going to add a suffix to a word ending in Y, you will need to remove that final Y and replace it with an I, followed by whatever it is you are attaching to it. So in the case of a city, if I have more than one, such as I've visited multiple cities, it would be C-I-T, no Y, so C-I-T-I-E-S. And for this, it's just a standard suffix, as it were. Okay, please, by all means, in the comment section below, if you'd like to practice, include both a singular and the plural version of a noun, perhaps 1 or 2, just as some general practice. Preferably, if you could, look for those irregular plural nouns. That would be helpful for others, perhaps, who are, learning the different kinds of words that happen to be irregular. It would generally be helpful. So, all right, pretty simple. I appreciate you guys joining me today. I look forward to working with you in the next one. Thank you.